Hello everyone and welcome back to Serenity Springs, our beautiful little farm mini project where we are going to include all the animals from the Barnyard animal pack and all the scenery pieces as well for sure, and making this beautiful little farm ranch out of it. Okay, so in the last episode we built this little playground area here with a slide, a swing and the seesaw. Yeah, I didn't forget about the word. Yeah, to be completely honest, I forgot about it and I googled it before I started the video. Okay, so but what else did happen in the last episode? We built this little garden kind of thing here with all the vegetables, and we built the chicken coop that you can see right here with all the little chicken in here. I wonder where the black one is. But I think maybe our vet has taken it because it might have been injured or something like that. Never mind, but the black chicken is okay. It's going to be back in here pretty soon, I guess. Yeah, so I really do like the style that we are building here in this little farm. So we're having a habitat for the animals, and then we're building something extra like we did in the first episode with the huge barn restaurant and gift shop that still isn't working, wink wink. Yeah. And we also built the habitat for the donkeys. In episode 2 we built the petting zoo area with the sheep and the goat, and last week, as you saw already, we had the playground area and the chicken coop. So in this week's episode we're going to do something very similar. We are going to have something that is a little bit extra. So we are building what you see right now, which is going to be a corn maze. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're building a corn maze. I have to be completely honest with you guys. I stole that idea maybe a little bit from Adam Up. If you know him, you might have seen that he did something similar. He built a corn maze for his farm build. I saw just the pictures of it and I thought, what a great idea to use the corn plants that we do have in the game right now. So I wanted to do something very similar. I googled some pictures of corn mazes and came up with my own idea about that, and that's what I'm creating in today's episode. But that is not all that's going to happen in today's episode. We are also going to have the next habitat for our animals from the Barnyard animal pack. We are going to have a habitat for the Tamworth pig. Is it the Tamworth pig? Yeah, it's the Tamworth pig. So yeah, as I said, I wanted to have something extra and a habitat for the animals, and I'm trying to continue with that matter in the next, let me think about it, 2 episodes, and then we have all the animals in here. Or is it that? Yeah, that's it. That's it. After today's episode we only have to add 2 more animals, which is going to be the Scottish Highland cattle and also the alpaca. So, and before I start continuing and tell you my ideas, I want you guys to know that this right now is the perfect time for you guys to hit the like button for this video, to subscribe to my channel and to leave a comment as well. Subscribing to my channel is completely free, so there are no further costs for you guys. So yeah, just click the like and subscribe button if you haven't done that already, so you don't miss out on any further episodes on Serenity Springs and everything else that is going to come to my channel. So before we are talking about what is going to happen in the next 2 episodes, just to have a look at the corn maze that I'm creating right here. You can already see I painted out the path with the natural path where I wanted to have, yeah, surprise, surprise, the path for my corn maze. Yeah, all the gaps in between I will fill out with corn. And that's how you actually create a maze. I also wanted it that our guests are going to use the maze. So how would you do that? Why should they go in there and have a walk around the maze when there is nothing in here to do or to see? Yeah, and that's where the trick is coming in. You can see the circle right in the center of our maze. So I put exhibit in there, and yeah, so we're not going to have one more animal species in here, but two, because we're going to have an exhibit in here with the Greek land tortoise. I just don't know the name in English. Yeah, because I'm not one of those reptile guys. Yeah, I'm not a reptilian as well. Yeah, I just don't know the word in English, the name of the animal. But you know, you might know the animal. It was from the last DLC, which was the Eurasian Animal Pack. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, putting an exhibit in the center of our maze so that the guests actually would walk in there. And I tell you guys, it works. Our guests are definitely going in there. So what I did next is coloring all the spaces in between where we do have the grass in here, and made it soil. So to be realistic, you wouldn't have any grass in any cornfield. So yeah. And then it was a lot of work to put all the corn plants in here. But I had a lot of fun doing this, and it looks amazing in the end. And yeah, as I said, the most amazing part about it is that our guests actually are using it. So you can try for yourself. Just don't forget to put something in the center of your maze where the guests do want to go there. You can actually do it really, really big and create a giant maze where you can put in a restaurant in the center, for example. So yeah, that your guests will definitely go in there because there's something in there that they do want to see or that they do want to do in here. Okay, so back to the next episodes that are going to take place on my channel. As I told you guys, we need to have the Scottish Highland cattle in here as well, and the alpaca. And as I told you, I wanted to do something extra with every episode, so I'm lacking of ideas right now. And this is where you guys do come in. And I want you guys to tell me in the comments, what extra could I put in with the next few episodes? What else do we need in here in Serenity Springs? We do have a playground, we do have a corn maze. What else should we put in here to our little ranch farm? Just let me know in the comments and I would be happy to do something like that. And get a new inspiration, because as I told you already, I don't have any ideas what to do. First of all, I thought about a little shop right next to the alpaca where you could actually buy stuff that were made out of alpaca wool. But yeah, as we don't have any props that could actually simulate something like this, or the product, I don't know if it is the right idea. And we also do have a shop right at the beginning of Serenity Springs, so yeah, I don't know about that. But as I said, just let me know in the comment section and we will have a look at that. yeah, here you can now see our exhibit in the center, which we are going to decorate a little bit now, so that we do have this farm ranch style for our little exhibit in here as well, and make it look nice. I really do love the props that we got with the new DLC, with all those little pieces, with the tires and the well and yeah, stuff like that. I really do love those, and those hay pieces. Amazing, just amazing. And I love to create something like this little farm things around here. It is so amazing. I'm a little bit irritated right now because once again my cat is lying right next to me here on my desk, and in his little box, and he's sleeping, and he's snoring so loud. I wonder if I could show you guys. I'm trying to do that. I'm just using my microphone and going right next to him, and I hope that you guys can hear it. Just give me a second. Yeah, and of course now he stopped. Okay, that didn't work out as I planned, but yeah, never mind. Okay, I'm creating a little building out of the exhibit right here, and then having some decorations around it, and yeah, after that we might finally be done with the corn maze and can go into the build for the Tamworth pig. Yeah, and as we are getting closer to the end of this series, this little mini-series, I'm going to start the next mini-series right away after, yeah, once Serenity Springs is finished. I might have a little break right in between, because as I told you guys, in June we are going on holiday and yeah, on vacation to the Netherlands, and I will be away for 2 weeks, so it might happen that there's not going to be any new content if I can't do something in advance and upload those videos yet. I'm trying to do that, but I can't promise you anything. But what I can promise you is that the next series is something that I promised you guys for quite a while, and I already did start with something, but I think I'm going to start it completely new. So there's finally going to be the new series Let's Build a House, where I am going to build houses for animals, so reptile house, big cat house, monkey or ape house, pachyderm house, bird house, or whatever. Whatever you wish for, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to upload those buildings into the workshop as well, so that you guys can enjoy it as well. So I have to try it once again. Because my cat is snoring again. Just, yeah, just try if it works now. I don't know if you could hear it, because every time I'm putting the microphone into his box, he's just being quiet. But I might have caught some little snores from him, so yeah. As I said, I'm quite a little bit irritated because usually he's not snoring that loud, but yeah, he's completely fine. Okay, we are finishing the maze right now. I don't know how many of the corn plants that I put in here, to be quite honest, but it might be a few hundred, if not 1,000. No, I don't think it's 1,000, but a few hundred for sure. Yeah, we could do a little game with that. You guys could tell me in the comments what you guys think how many corn plants are in the maze. I might think about something like that where you could actually win something. Let me think about that, and I'll come back to that in the next episode, and let's see what we can do with that. I think that's a cool idea. Okay, so we are going to build the shelter for our Tamworth pig, and we still do have some of our staff buildings that we need to cover. So as we have 3 buildings, we have 3 episodes left with this one, so we definitely have to put in those buildings in every episode right now and cover them with any build that we are going to do. I am a little shook that the actual staff buildings are this big. We do have the small building right here, which is our staff building where they can have a break in there, I think. Which is the smallest of the 3 that we do have left. We do have left... no, it's the building where they prepare the food for the animals. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. We also do have the vet building left, and the building where our staff members can have a break, I think. That's it. Yeah, and they are double the size of this here, so yeah, I wonder how we are going to manage this. But maybe you guys do have any idea for the little extra that we are going to build in the next episode and the episode after that. So maybe it is something where those staff buildings could fit in as well. That would be really cool. Yeah, the whole building here is going to be in the same style as our shelter for the goats and the sheep, so that everything matches. It's built a little different, but the materials are all the same, and you're going to see in a minute when we build the skeleton for the building with all the wooden beams here. I'm going to steal the windows from the shelter for the goats, because I wanted to have the same in here, and I think you don't have to build everything anew all the time, so you can also use existing stuff, especially when you do something that is cohesive in the end and you want to have the same style of buildings. So yeah, it makes total sense when you use the same materials or the same prepared pieces that you already had built in the past. Yeah, once again I had a little bit of a problem with the hitbox for the animals. Not too much this time unfortunately, because the hitbox for the Tamworth pig is not that big, but I had to make the gates a little bit bigger in the end, so that the pigs actually could walk out of both entrances. Because the idea behind that was, you can actually see that we do have 2 gates in the building, that we do have 2 separate indoor areas. Because if you have pig, and I remember that very clearly because my neighbor has a little farm and they used to have pigs as I was a child, and I was over there all the time and helping feed the cows and the pigs and whatever. And so I remember that very clearly. When the pigs did have babies, the female with the babies was always separated from the males, because the males are pretty aggressive, and as you might or might not know, pigs are omnivores. So this means that they don't only feed on vegetables, they also do eat meat. Yeah, and not only the pigs, yeah, most of the pigs that you see actually in farms or something like that, most of them actually don't eat meat, but wild boars, for example, they do actually eat smaller birds, smaller mammals, reptiles, stuff like that. Yeah, and not just grass, roots, fruit, vegetables, and all of the above. So yeah, to come back to my point that I was trying to make, that is also a reason why you would separate the male from the females, which it is for many mammals, that males are very aggressive towards the offspring, so that you would separate them because they actually could kill yeah, the babies and eat them or whatever. So that is also why the female pigs and their offspring got separated from the males at the farm that I used to go to all the time when I was a kid. And I really loved to play with the little pigs. I can remember that was so cool all the time. There were little piglets. We used to climb into the shelter from them when the female was separated, because it wouldn't have been any fun when the female actually would have been in there as well, because they are very protective of their offspring. So yeah, we just went in there when the mother was separated from the babies, so that we could actually go in there and cuddle those little piglets. It was just amazing. Yeah, you can already see the building is almost finished. And here I stole something from Gaming Badass. If you don't know him, you might want to check out his channel. You can find, yeah, his channel is linked in my on my channel as well, so you can have a look at all the stuff that he's doing. He actually has a current new project on his channel where he's building a wildlife park. And he's also doing zoo tours in German language, so if you want to check that out, you're free to do so. Yeah, he built something very similar with those gates and have them hanging on those metal beams on top, so that you could easily open it. So yeah, I stole his idea and built it myself, and I'm very happy with the outcome. And if we're going into the interior, you will see another thing that I also stole, this time not from him, but also a very good friend and content creator, which is Sonia Lalalu. You can find her channel as well on my channel linked. She's doing amazing stuff as well. Not in German, as she's not doing voiceovers for her current projects, so every one of you guys can check that out pretty easily. She's doing amazing speed builds and building huge zoos and very detailed work in her zoos as well, so you definitely want to check that out. And I stole the idea of those feeders that you can see here by using these pieces that we got from the conservation pack, actually. Sometimes I'm using those for yeah, I always want to tell you guys something and I just don't know the words in English, so let me look that up. Yeah, also using that pieces for creating a sink. They are very perfect for that. And you can also use those for those feeding troughs. Difficult word. Yeah. Putting some vegetables in here, some apples, some potatoes, and also pumpkins. Everything that would fit in here. Melons. Yeah. Perfect. And I think we're done with the interior. Just a little bit of wall decoration to make it look old, dirty and used. That's also we are going to do on the outside as well. Especially when you have something like a pig shelter, you make it a little bit dirty. And here you can already see when you use all those pieces, it makes your builds so much more realistic as if you would have a wall that looks completely new without any dirt or stuff like that on it. So creating the roof, and now we are done. Just needed a new fence for the animals. I was using those concrete pieces and some of those African wooden beams. I think they were African. Yeah. Coloring them so that every part of those wooden beams has the same color. Yeah, and you might think that this fence would be high enough for the animals, but yeah, in this case it is, because I deselected the option that animals could escape their habitats, so we don't have any problem with that. But we do have something similar on the inside to separate those two indoor areas for the animals, and the pigs are actually able to jump over that. I don't know if it is realistic. Pigs can jump, yeah, that's sure, but I doubt that they can jump that high and jump over this fence. I think it is high enough for them to not escape, but yeah, Planet Zoo says otherwise. So putting the mud bath in here, actually the pigs can use the mud bath. If you look it up or look up the animal enrichment items that are selected for the animals, you won't find the mud bath in here. But yeah, which was a little bit weird, because I thought we do have pigs, they need to have a mud bath. It has to be possible that those pigs would use that, and actually they do. They use that enrichment item. They get dirty. So you can use it even though it is not listed for the enrichment items of the Tamworth pig. You can still use it. I wanted to have the food enrichment platform here in as well, and I did something very similar that I do with the mud bath to sink it in the ground. Just lower the ground a little bit, put in some water, and then put in the feeding platform. Delete the water once again, and you can lower the ground to the perfect level, and you have sunken it into the ground so that you don't see it that you don't have that prominent look of an enrichment item in here, so that it looks like just a different type of terrain which the animals are using and looking for food in there. So just a little more decoration in here, just some plants. You won't see that many plants in a pig habitat because yeah, pigs are dirty and digging in the ground all the time, looking for food, eating the plants, looking for roots and stuff like that. So pig habitats will always be very dirty with a very small amount of plants in there. They're also very muddy and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't want to have that many plants in here to have it look pretty much realistic. And with that being said, we are already ready for the real-time part. I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. I'm leaving you alone with some footage of the animals and the maze as well. As I said, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did so, and if you haven't hit the like button already, this is the second best time for you guys to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future stuff here in Serenity Springs. So take care of you guys, and hope to see you next week as well, when we are continuing here in our beautiful ranch, Serenity Springs.